Now that I have the gardens planted and the trees planted, I can start on collecting another absolute necessity here, and that is firewood. By the time the snow flies, I should have about 8 cords. This chunk of wood I have here, that I'm using as a chopping block, was one of the bigger ones when I was cutting out the dead wood out to Kane's Point. And I want to get a bigger one and cut it perfectly flat, parallel both ends, to make myself a better chopping block. Here's the one area I have in the basement for packing wood in. As you can see, I've got some packed there already. This row from floor to ceiling, 7 feet, and from the back wall there all the way out to this point is 14 feet. I cut my chunks of wood 16 inches long, so that makes approximately 1 cord, and there's enough room here for 4 tiers. Of course, what I'll have to do is pack 1 cord, 1 tier on the one side, and then the other tier on the other side, because I have these walls and they'll be completely vertical right out to the end. And then I'll 4 cords or a little less packed in the basement when the snow is down, and I won't have to shovel out that doorway to get more wood in. And another reason why I want a bigger chopping block is this. So I want to replace this. Last year I had this put together. I have 2 tires up on top of a chopping block, and if I had a block that was the same size as those tires, then I can redo this one. But as you can see, this block of wood, even though he's very big, is not quite the same size as the tires. So we're going to go to Kane's Point and see if I can get a block of wood that'll set up the tires on really well. The bar on this chainsaw is 15 inches long. That gives me a radius of 15 inches, a diameter of 30 inches. Multiply that by pi, 3.1514, and you'll end up with about 95 inches in circumference that I should be able to cut through with that chainsaw. This tree is less than 80 inches in circumference. So let's see what we can do about it. And if it's solid, I'm going to get me a good chopping block out of it. Looks to be fairly solid in there. Beautiful. So now I gotta figure out how to cut it up. That's a fairly big log. It's 2 feet across, just under actually, at the base there. And I have it cut off here. Right there at about 8 feet, but it's not all the way off. So I'm going to hook the winch from the quad on now and see how well I can pull that out. That's that piece. Now we try this piece. Couldn't be lifted onto the trailer, and I couldn't figure out a way to actually get it there, so I cut it off. And now I've got that to get on the trailer. I think I can do it. Apparently so. So now, the question is, can I get that one on there and strap it in? Nope. No can do. I don't think I got enough gas to cut that again. Anyway, I've got my chopping block. Apparently I did have enough gas. But the log is going soft at that point, you see. So I don't know if it's good for a chopping block or no. Now we have it here. No easy task. Huh. Now, because I had to cut out that wedge when I was felling the tree, this side is not flat. So I'm going to have to cut off just a skim to make a nice flat side here. There, we've got a nice flat side. The other chopping blocks are 14 inches high, so I'll measure that. "14 inches comes to right here. So I cut it off about here. Now, with that chopping block, pretty much the same size as the tire. Okay, so I can pull it back a bit here. Excellent. I'm going to cut another one for So I'd have one up here where I'm on section number 2, and I'll have one down by the basement door. That is 2 feet across, 24 inches. There. I only found the one tire for this one so far. Much better chopping block. And from that point I just put them in my arm and bring them inside.